They say betrayal cuts deeper than any blade. I never understood that until I found the truth buried beneath a decade of shared dinners, late-night talks, and whispered I love yous. My name is Daniel. And this is how everything I believed in fell apart. Anna and I met in college. She was radiant, magnetic. We fell hard, got married at 24. 6 years later, Lily was born. I held her first. Her tiny fingers wrapped around mine like a promise. I thought she was mine. I was sure. Mark had been in my life even longer than Anna. We grew up 2 streets apart. Played ball, skipped class, shared everything. He was my best man. He was Lily's godfather. Family, in every sense but blood. Looking back, the signs were all there. Anna grew distant. She guarded her phone. She worked more late shifts. Her laugh became rarer, her touches colder. And Mark, he was always there. Always helping. Always close. Too close. One night Anna came home at 3 in the morning. Her hair was messy, and she wore a gray hoodie I didn't recognize. She said there'd been an emergency at the hospital. But she smelled like someone else. And her scrubs were gone. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But I couldn't shake the gnawing feeling in my chest. Weeks passed. The distance grew. The silence between us stretched into something heavy, unspoken. Our once warm dinners turned to cold leftovers and colder conversations. I started walking around the block at night just to escape the tension. Then came the iPad. I was setting up Lily's school account when it synced with Anna's old messages. I wasn't snooping. It just popped up. Like fate or cruelty. Mark, I miss you already. Last night was unreal. Anna, we can't let Dan find out. Not yet. I stared at the screen. My heart thudded in my ears. I read hundreds of messages. 8 years of secrets. 8 years of them planning, hiding, laughing behind my back. Anna, do you think she's starting to look like you? It hit like a truck. That sentence. That casual cruelty. I ran to the bathroom and threw up. Then I cried. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just a quiet, broken sob I didn't recognize as my own. Part 2, The Fall. I bought a DNA test the next day. Swabbed Lily's cheek while she slept, whispering that I loved her. I still do. I always will. I couldn't look her in the eyes that morning. I told her I had a headache. That I needed rest. 2 weeks later, the envelope came. I waited hours before opening it. As if that could change the result. Probability of paternity, 0%. I sat in silence. Then I screamed. Loud, ugly, and raw. The neighbors probably heard. I didn't care. The world had just shattered beneath me. I confronted Anna that evening. She cried. Denied nothing. Said it started when Lily was a baby. That she felt alone. That Mark was there. I asked if she ever planned to tell me. She didn't answer. Was Lily ever mine? She sobbed. Said yes. In every way that matters. But she wasn't. Not in blood. Not in truth. I moved out that night. I left behind a house full of memories and a life that no longer belonged to me. Mark tried calling. Dozens of times. I blocked him. Anna messaged endlessly. I didn't read them. Lily didn't understand. How could she? She asked why Daddy wasn't home. I told her I had work, that I'd see her soon. I promised I'd always see her. I met Mark 2 weeks later. He looked like hell. I hoped he felt worse. He tried to explain. Said it wasn't supposed to go that far. That he loved Anna. That he loved Lily. That it just happened. I said nothing for a long time. Then I looked him in the eyes and told him he was dead to me. He didn't argue. I rented a small apartment. Cold, gray, lifeless. It matched how I felt inside. Some weekends I see Lily. She runs to me, arms wide, screaming "Daddy." I hold her. I smile. I pretend. We go to the park, eat ice cream, watch cartoons. I take pictures of her laughing, but when I look at them later, all I see is what could have been. Because she didn't choose this. Because she still believes I'm her father. And maybe, in the ways that count, I still am. Part 3, The Choice. But at night, when it's quiet, I lie awake and wonder what will happen when she learns the truth. One day she will. She'll ask. And I'll have to tell her that her real father is Uncle Mark. That the man she calls Daddy is a lie her mother wrapped in warmth. That I wasn't strong enough to hold the family together. I dread that day. More than anything. Because it will destroy her. Just like it destroyed me. And no matter how much I love her, no matter how much I tried, I'll never be able to protect her from that truth. The quiet knife that tore us all apart. Time went on. Slowly. Painfully. I tried therapy. I talked. I wept. I screamed. But the hole inside me never closed. I went back to the gym. Tried running. Tried painting. Nothing made it better. Lily started growing. Getting taller, smarter. Her face changed. Her voice matured. Sometimes I'd look at her and wonder if I would have noticed the difference had I not known the truth. Anna and Mark eventually moved in together. They posted photos. Happy ones. Family breakfasts. Beach trips. Matching Halloween costumes. Every time I saw them, I felt like I was drowning in silence. Then came the letter. Anna wrote to me, asking if we could talk. She said Lily was starting to ask more questions. That she wanted me to be a part of her life again. A real part. So we met. In a cafe halfway between our homes. She looked older. Tired. Not the woman I once loved. Not quite. We talked for hours. Not about us. But about Lily. Her struggles at school. Her new friends. Her fear of losing me. I told Anna I would always be there. No matter what. I made that promise when Lily was born. And I would keep it. Even if I wasn't her biological father. Because love isn't written in DNA. It's in sleepless nights. Bandaged knees. Laughter and lullabies. It's in every bedtime story. Every scraped knee. Every whispered goodnight. I'm not her father by blood. But I am her dad. And I always will be. I bought a DNA test the next day. My hands were shaking as I swabbed Lily's cheek while she slept. Her breath was soft, innocent. I whispered I love you like it might be the last time I said it and meant it the same way. I sat on the edge of her bed for a while, just watching. Trying to memorize her. Every curl in her hair, the little freckle by her eye, the way she curled up like a kitten. I couldn't sleep. For 2 weeks, I was a ghost. I worked. I ate. I nodded. But inside, I was somewhere else entirely, a place where everything felt fake. I didn't touch Anna. Didn't speak unless I had to. She noticed, but she didn't ask. When the envelope came, it sat on the kitchen counter for 5 hours. I circled it like it was a bomb. My fingers trembled as I opened it. I don't know what I was hoping for. A miracle? A lie? Probability of paternity, 0%. It was clinical. Clean. Efficient. But it felt like a punch to the soul. I don't remember much after that. Just screaming. Something primal, wounded. My knuckles bled. I think I hit the wall. Maybe twice. The neighbors knocked. I didn't answer. What could I say? Sorry, my life just collapsed. I waited for Anna to come home. She stepped in, keys jangling, oblivious. I was standing in the dark like a statue. She jumped when she saw me. Dan? What's going on? I held up the paper. Didn't say a word. She froze. You did a test? I nodded. My throat felt like gravel. She sat down slowly. Her face was pale. Then she cried. Not the kind of tears you wipe away. The kind that shake your whole body. She didn't deny it. Didn't try to spin it. Just said, I never wanted to hurt you. How long? Since Lily was a baby. I wanted to vomit. Again. My hands clenched so tight my nails dug into my palms. Was she ever mine? Yes, she sobbed. In every way that matters. But she wasn't. Not in the way I needed her to be. I packed a bag. She begged. I ignored her. Lily was asleep. Thank God. I couldn't look her in the face. Couldn't kiss her goodbye. I left my keys on the counter and walked out. That night, I slept in my car. Mark called me the next morning. I didn't answer. He tried again. And again. I blocked him. He emailed. I deleted it. He even showed up at my work once, but I walked past him like he didn't exist. Anna sent messages. Voice notes. I didn't listen. I couldn't. Her voice made my skin crawl. I moved into a small apartment 2 towns over. 1 bedroom. Cracked ceiling. Smelled like damp wood. It fit the mood. I ate takeout from the same diner every night and stared at the ceiling until sleep took me like a thief. I saw Lily on weekends. At first, it was unbearable. She'd run to me yelling daddy and I'd feel like a fraud. But I couldn't let her go. No matter what, she was still my little girl. The way she held my hand, the way she laughed at my dumb voices, none of that had changed. One Sunday, while we were drawing with crayons, she looked up at me and asked, "Why don't you live with us anymore?" I froze. My chest hurt. I forced a smile. Because Daddy has work far away. But I'll always be here, sweetheart. I promise. I kept my word. I never missed a weekend. 2 months later, I saw Mark again. At a mutual friend's birthday. He looked tired, older. Like the guilt had aged him 10 years. He approached me outside. Dan, please. Just let me say. I cut him off. Don't. He stood there, shifting from foot to foot. I didn't plan this. I swear. It just happened. We were both lonely. We didn't mean for it to go this far. You were my brother, I said. My daughter's godfather. He looked down. I thought I saw tears. I love her, he whispered. Then be man enough to stay away from me, I snapped. You had my trust. And you destroyed it. He nodded. Said nothing else. The months blurred. I tried therapy. It helped, a little. I stopped drinking so much. I started drawing again, something I hadn't done since college. I took pictures of Lily every weekend. Built photo albums. Wrote her letters for the future. I didn't know what else to do with the pain. Anna texted me one night, she's starting to ask more questions. Can we talk? I ignored it. I wasn't ready. But Lily, she made me feel like maybe I still had a purpose. One weekend, we were sitting on the swings. She said, I wish you and Mommy were happy again. My heart cracked clean in half. Me too, sweetheart. Me too. Sometimes, I'd watch her sleep when she stayed over. I'd sit in the hallway, head against the wall, and cry in silence. Because I loved her. And because every time she called me daddy, it reminded me of everything I'd lost. One night, after she fell asleep, I opened Anna's message. I stared at it for hours before replying. We need to talk. For Lily's sake. That was the beginning of the end. Or maybe the start of something else entirely. We met at a quiet cafe halfway between our new lives. I got there first, sat by the window, watched cars pass like they were from a different world. Anna walked in wearing a beige coat I'd never seen before. Her hair was tied back. She looked tired. Older. As if the last few months had weighed on her as much as they had on me. "Hi," she said. "Hi." We sat in silence for a bit. The waitress brought coffee. Neither of us touched it. "She's been asking a lot," Anna finally said. "About us. About why you left." I nodded slowly. "And?" "I've told her you're working far away. That you love her. But she's not stupid, Dan. She sees the photos online. She sees Mark. She asks why you're not in the pictures." I clenched my jaw. I didn't want to talk about him. "She misses you. She needs you." "I need her too," I whispered. Anna's eyes filled with tears. For a moment, I saw the girl I once loved. The girl I married. Before everything crumbled. I never wanted this. Any of it. I was weak. I was lonely. But I never stopped loving you. I just didn't know how to say I was drowning. I looked at her, searching for anger, but all I found was exhaustion. "It doesn't matter anymore," I said. "The past is a graveyard. I can't keep digging up bones." She nodded. Then she pulled something from her bag. A journal. Purple with cartoon stickers on the cover. Lilies. She wrote something. "For you." I opened it. Page after page of drawings. Crayon sketches of me and her. Stick figures holding hands. Speech bubbles saying "I love you, Daddy." One page had 3 words that made me choke. "Please come back." Tears fell freely. I didn't wipe them. I didn't care who saw. "I want to be there," I said finally. "For her. Not for us. For Lily." Anna nodded again. "She still sees you as her father, Dan. That hasn't changed." I left the cafe feeling like I'd been through war. But something inside me felt lighter. Like the truth had finally been spoken out loud. Weeks passed. I started seeing Lily more often. Picking her up from school. Helping with homework. We planted tomatoes on my small balcony. She named each one. We laughed again. Then one afternoon, she asked it. "Daddy, why don't I look like you?" I froze. My heart dropped to the floor. "What do you mean, sweetheart? Everyone says I have green eyes. But you and Mommy don't." I sat beside her. My hand trembled as I brushed a strand of hair from her face. "Sometimes, families are built with love, not just blood. Do you know what I mean?" She nodded slowly. But her eyes searched mine for something more. "Is Mark my real dad?" I wanted to lie. God, I wanted to protect her. But I couldn't lie anymore. "Yes." She didn't cry. She didn't speak. Just sat there, staring at the floor. "You're still my daddy though, right?" I broke. "Always. Nothing will ever change that." She leaned into me, and I held her like I was holding the very last good thing in my life. After that, something changed in her. She asked less. Hugged more. She was processing it in her own way. And I gave her space. But I never missed a call. Never missed a moment. Mark never spoke to me again. He didn't need to. We both knew the damage was permanent. And even though he had what I lost, I couldn't bring myself to hate Lily's happiness. Not fully. Anna and I kept things civil. Friendly, even. For Lily. We sat beside each other at school plays. Shared birthday planning. But we never revisited the past. Sometimes, I still wake up from dreams where it never happened. Where we're still the family we pretended to be. I savor those moments, even if they fade like mist. I've started writing again. Real writing. Journals, essays, even a novel. It's how I bleed now, with words instead of wounds. Lily is 10 now. She's kind. Smart. Fierce. Sometimes I catch her looking at me with that same old curiosity, and I know the questions haven't ended. They've just deepened. But I'm ready now. Because betrayal didn't kill me. It cut me open. Exposed me. But it also showed me who I am beneath everything. I'm a man who chose to stay. Even when everything said run. I'm the man who will show up. Again. And again. And again. Not because it's easy. But because love is not easy. It's a choice. And every single day, I choose her. No matter who she came from. no matter how it all began. Lily is my daughter. And I am her father. Forever.